did.
I was trying to be careful because I moved the whole truck because I'm so strong.
Measure 100 times, cut one.
Just eyeball it, Russell.
I'm gonna eyeball it to get started.
What is this? What is that? What is that? Y'all see this?
This is everybody's favorite thing to do.
What, cut up a truck?
A painted truck, a fresh painted truck that needs to be welded and grinded on.
Oh no. So this is our buddy Josh, Joslin's truck. He's been working on it at his house. He's had it at Killian's Collision and they painted it. He's got to do a couple things to his rear end because he's got 15-inch, humongous inch wide tires. They're 24?
24 by 15s.
Yeah, huge. And so Mr. Russell here is going to do some chopping and grinding and cutting and welding.
I got suckered into this.
And so
Now we're helping out our homeboy, man, is really what we're doing.
Yeah.
He's ready to get his truck on the road, and he needs this back half done to do it, so.
we're going to help him out. He doesn't have a welder. We got a welder. And
Right here.
yeah,
This is our welder.
I'm not welding this sucker. But come on, let me show you this. This is a, what year is this?
69.
1969 C10 Viper Red. This thing is beautiful.
Today we're gonna be doing the first day of our install of this Chassis Fab Coilover 4-link kit. It's a pretty nice kit. It's got all the 4-link bars pre-made, the front brackets pre-made, they bolt in where the factory bed mounts go, C-notches, top support bar, QA1 coilovers with springs and shocks. It's a Panhard Bar setup, and it looks fairly straightforward. The welds on it are beautiful. The kit looks like it's put together great. So we're gonna actually see how this kit goes on the truck. So the first step we're gonna do on this truck is get all this paint wrapped up and covered, start getting ready to start chopping things off the truck.
All right, what's the next step?
Let's get it jacked up so we can start disassembling Johnny number 5.
Oh, no disassemble.
Get some jack stands under the frame, some jack stands under the rear end. We're gonna go ahead and pre-cut us 2 lengths of square tubing to put between the frame rails so that when we start cutting those cross members out, the frame doesn't have a chance to move. We'll go ahead and tack those in place.
You like that real hammer I got you?
I mean, let's ask folks at home.
Okay, I said you want a rubber hammer, and you said no, bring me a real hammer.
And you brought me a framing hammer.
That's a real hammer.
Give me that other one. That's what I meant.
Oh, you meant a sledgehammer. I mean, these are both real hammers.
I mean, there's people who would persecute you for even having this in an automotive shop.
Persecute, kill the heretic.
It'll be all right.
Like, what are you fixing your shelves, brother?
I mean, we
What you
were
doing?
fixing shelves last week.
I mean, it did the job.
It got
I
that
mean,
on.
I'm splitting hairs here, really.
Yeah,
But this one weighs a little more,
they're both real hammers, though.
I guess.
You got to be more specific around me. You say real hammer, I'm gonna bring you the real one. I mean, that's the real one. That's like the OG real hammer.
Yeah, that's the one you tore up everything when you was a kid with.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Just tap it out.
just tap it out.
Tap, tap, tapping. Tap, tap, tapping. Tap, tap, tapping.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy.
Oh, you want me to do this other side?
No, I'll get it for you, buddy.
No, you said you wanted me to do it.
I mean, if you want to try to enjoy it, how come always a washer just vanishes?
Because that's the way it happens, man. You sure? What I move?
The whole truck.
It's not good.
You did it.
I know. I was trying to be careful because I moved the whole truck since I'm so strong.
Well guys, that's the end of the day on this truck. As you can see, I got the 4-link setup all kind of mocked up in there, bolted in place. In the place of the factory bed mounts, the mid-front bed mounts, those are supposed to bolt in right there in that spot. The bed mounts will go back on. Like I said, this is just a mock-up. I got a few more holes to drill, but before I even do all that, I got a good bit of measuring to do to make sure everything is the same length front to back on each side. I need to do a lot of cross measuring and just try to get everything as straight as I can before I really start drilling any extra holes in the chassis.
Well, you got a lot done yesterday, Russell.
I think so.
Looks freaking good too. I like the way this looks.
It looks nice.
You like the way it looks?
I like the way it looks. Looks nice. The welds look good. Everything looks strong.
Strong.
Strong. I'm just trying to make sure everything's right.
You're just measuring. He's got his old trusty tape measure out, and I've been watching him measure, check about 100 times.
Yeah, because it's gonna have big old fat tires and it needs to go straight and it needs to be centered. It's nerve-wracking for me, buddy. Just because I want it to be right. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's gonna be right. It's gonna be better than it was.
It already looks better than it did.
Yep.
We need to cut the saddles off that rear end and get the tubes cleaned up.
All right.
So we can get it back underneath here and get it in its slot, set up our pinion angle, see where it sits in the frame, get some measurements.
Measurements.
Yeah, measure 100 times, cut once.
Just eyeball it, Russell.
I'm gonna eyeball it to get started.
Weld should hold it from now on.
Not from now on. From now until we weld it up the rest of the way.
No, it'll be fine.
So here's where my difficulty lied. Josh, the owner of this truck, bought this kit from Chassis Fab, and he was under the assumption that these front 4-link brackets just bolted into the factory bed mount location. After bolting them into the factory bed mount location, the mount was not 90 degrees, so it had a bind on the bushings, so they were not straight, and it just didn't seem right to me, so I unbolted the front side of the mount, brought the mounts around to 90 degrees, and everything looks a lot better, but I was concerned because it's supposed to be bolt-in supposedly. Well, I messaged Chassis Fab, and the guys over at Chassis Fab were very quick to get back with us, and he told me, he said, man, the bolt holes are really just kind of guides to get you started. He said the best thing to do is get the whole kit bolted together, the front and rear brackets, and that kind of makes everything line up for you. And then it's just a matter of measuring and getting them where they need to be. And they usually weld them in, so I'm pretty happy knowing that, pretty happy with the quick response from Chassis Fab. And that clears up a lot of my head trauma that I have from thinking about this all night long, because that's what I do with projects like this. I take it home. But now I feel good about it because I actually have everything where it needs to be. It all measures out. So I'm just gonna move forward with this project now. Showing y'all where I'm at right here. Got the frame trimmed out. Everywhere I could get it trimmed out. Got the notches fitting as good as I could. Everything measures out good. Everything's level. Everything's centered. So we've got it tacked in place. And you can kind of see right here, guys, that I have not cut the center out. You can see kind of how I had to cut the frame to make the notches fit, get everything straight, and kind of just give you an idea of where you need to cut the frame and how you need to cut the frame to get the notches in there, since they don't go all the way to the outside edge. This is how it's cut out. Everything's tacked in. So we're gonna start fitting up coilovers now and make sure everything's working with that. Then it'll be time to clean everything up, make all my final welds. While Josh struggling underneath his truck, he's checking that front pinion angle on the drive shaft, and we got to put all those measurements in a little pinion calculator and see if it's right. While he's doing that, I'm going to start cutting this bed floor out to clear the notch that we have now. After that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the wheel openings on the bed too, because we already know they're going to be an issue. So we're going to cut out this little bit of sheet metal inside the fender well opening, and then we'll be just about ready to stick the bed back on it so it can leave.
See that? Did they cut through the core?
Yeah, look at that, where it's cut. I don't know if you just saw in that clip, but when that piece fell, it landed right on the cord for the grinder. It put a black spot in the piece and like severed the grinder cord. So that would have been real bad on these Adidas I have on. Okay guys, it is home stretch time here on Josh's 69 C10. Got everything welded up on the frame side of things. I've got the rear end pulled back out now, so I can weld up the brackets to the rear end housing itself. Our pinion angle's all good. The only other thing I really need to do is once I get that welded up, I'll get it put back in and installed and do my final measurements to get my rear end centered in the frame rails, how it needs to be, and I can put the Panhard bar on. And the Panhard bar from Chassis Fab looks nice. The brackets are pre-cut. Just clean up the edges, get it parallel to the rear end, weld it in place at ride height, and it should be good to go. And after that, we're gonna stick the bed back on this truck. I'll get a couple more measurements for a notch cover once the bed is on. And then this truck's out of here going to the rear end shop, getting the rear end narrowed, and it'll show back up here with 24x15s on the back. We're gonna wait on Josh to get here, put this bed back on and get everything bolted down. Probably go get the trailer and get this sucker out of here so we don't risk doing any more damage. No, we didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
Doing any damage.
Any damage.
We've just finished up the installation of this Chassis Fab back half assembly on our buddy Josh's 1969 C10. Overall, man, this is my first time doing this kit, and you need some fab experience for sure, but it was fairly easy. They got all the stuff figured out for you, and it makes it go in pretty effortlessly. Everything works good. Everything travels nicely. The pieces are all laser cut, nice made. They might be plasma cut, but everything's nice, man. And those guys, you look at my welds compared to their welds, they are beautiful welders. They've got it down to an art form. And it wasn't a bad price either, and it's got this truck ready to get 24x15s on the back. We're gonna load the truck up and take it to our buddies at D&D Garage. They have the jig fixture assembly for narrow and rear ends, so they're gonna take it over there and get the rear end sucked in real nice, get those big tires on the back, make sure the brakes fit, and then it's coming back to us to finish up the inside of the bed.